welcome Shorlette Ammons to join us here, co-executive director of Farm Aid. Farm Aid is headed to Virginia Beach, the Virginia Beach Amphitheater, come September. Let's dive into this event here. I want to start. It comes to us in its full form, right? Mm-hmm. Dave Matthews Band, Neil Young, John Mellencamp, the location, the initiative to raise money, all the plans just come across our email and they're done. Can you talk about the process of getting this all put together? What a job this was and how it feels to now be making this big step of going public and having the plans really in place.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank y'all for having us here.
Of course.
Thank Virginia Beach for welcoming us here. And actually, when you ask the question about how this all gets started, it's by invitation. So Mr. Willie Nelson, our founder, always says, we go where we're welcomed. And so the invitation to come to Virginia Beach and the welcome we received is the impetus for us being here. So we organize around that effort and that invitation. We first of all just check out farmers. What's the farming scene? What's the agricultural landscape in a place that we're invited into? And no irony that Virginia Beach has over 7 million acres of farmland here. Thousands of farmers. So farming is a big economic driver in this area, which is not unlike many other places that we go. So to get up to this announcement date, it's a very energetic time. We have a very capable and hardworking staff that's doing all the things behind the scenes to make sure that we're prepared. Pre-sale tickets have gone on sale already. So things are moving, and we're really, really excited and excited to be in Virginia Beach.
And we're excited to have you guys. I mean,
Great.
This is great. This is a great lineup. It's a great event with a great cause.
Yep.
All of it is really coming together nicely here. I want to ask, Willie Nelson is the founder. He is a staple of American culture.
He really is.
What have you guys taken from him as an organization? What type of imprint has he had on Farm Aid, and how you guys go about doing business?
That's a really great question, because he's such a really genuine example, and the genuineness that I feel about being a part of this organization is, I feel, reflective of the impact that folks like Willie Nelson, entertainers, musicians, artists, culture keepers who have a connection, a deep, deep and true connection to the places that are struggling, to the places that mimic where they come from. And so when Mr. Willie, I'm Southern, I can't say just Willie Nelson, but when he founded Farm Aid 40 years ago, he founded on just the strength that farmers are having a hard time. Farmers were in deep, deep crisis. And fast forward 40 years, that's why we're still here. And that's why these farmers, the artists on our stage, our board artists, mostly donate their time to be on that stage. And what a gift it is to Farm Aid for us to be able to do what we do and to be able to celebrate farmers in that way. They treat farmers like the VIPs they truly are, which says a lot about the humility of these artists, says a lot about the willingness and the relationship to rural America and food and farming culture that these artists have. It's really tremendous when you think about it, know.
And we talk about, or you talk about 40 years of farmers struggling and battling, and what they do is so important for the rest of us. And we just talked about, before this segment began, more issues coming to farmers in the South with the New World screwworm situation. When it comes to people who are watching this and they're saying, look, I want to participate and I want to know how my money is going to help farmers, what would be your answer to them?
First of all, I say buy a ticket. Tickets are on sale right now. You can go to our website. These are pre-sale tickets. The public sales tickets go on sale on Friday. So I really encourage people to buy a ticket and celebrate family farmers. This is a celebration, even though the crisis that founded Farm Aid 40 years ago has kind of evolved. It has not gone away. It's very important that we honor and celebrate, the folks who put food on our plates. So first of all, buy a ticket. The next thing I would say is that wherever you are, be conscious of your food dollars. Because I think the way you spend your money is a political choice. Align with family farmers. Spend money as locally as possible. Get to know your family farmers so that you know what issues to bring up. Local is global. Talk to your local representatives about what these farmers need. Participate in local farmers markets. So I think there's all kinds of ways that people show up each and every day. that can impact and influence the plight of family farmers everywhere. One thing that we do and are really conscious of for our festival is that we have our homegrown concessions brand. So we work with the venue to flip the concessions to support family farmers. We source from local farmers as much as possible. We pay the farmers who we source from a fair price, which is very important to us, and have a set of ecological standards that they meet. So we do it in our ways in order to be an example and model how folks can do it, on an everyday basis.
I think that's great.
It's
I
dope. It's
did
real
not
dope.
know about that part of the initiative. I think that's awesome. Homegrown concessions.
Homegrown concessions.
It continues to sort of that sense of community that comes from this event. It's a sense that also is so directly related to the foundation of farming, right?
Absolutely.
It's something where community is just, sort of in the blood of that industry.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, when you come with homegrown concessions, how does that change kind of what people are eating, what they're looking at, and how the concert works?
Yeah, I think part of the realization with when you make it available to people can see the ease of doing this on a daily basis. You give people access to what they need, and it makes it just kind of almost a reflex to do it, like subconscious thing to just buy local, and plus they get to look their farmer in the eye. They know where their food is coming from. They can ask those questions about how it was sourced, how it was raised. And we really do try to not just support our farmers, but we also support our planet by making sure that things are practices are regenerative or organic, or in some vein, like where we use as little pesticides and chemicals as possible. I think that's really important. And I think the best way to prove it is to be the example, and so that's what we try to do.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you guys certainly are.
Yeah.
This is very thoughtful, too, the way you guys are making sure that this isn't just a concert with donations. It's something where the entire theme is helping those who it's designed to help. I want to talk a little bit about the lineup.
Okay.
I'm going to, we've got John Mellencamp, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, Margot Price, Nathaniel Ratliff, and of course Willie Nelson. Now I know just from talking to you the affection that you have for Mr. Willie, I believe, as you called him, and as I will call him for the rest of this interview,
right on.
out of respect. I'm going to take Mr. Willie out of this. When it comes to the rest of the lineup, is there a personal favorite of yours?
Why are you going to do that to me? That's kind of messed up. But as you say that, a few names are bubbling up. Well, Dave Matthews, he's one of our board artists, and this is kind of his neck of the woods, Charlottesville. So I always love his and Tim Reynolds' set. It feels very intimate and unique. I don't think you can really see that set anywhere but Farm Aid. Of course, I love Margot Price. She's a little baddie. Let me
Nice catch. Okay. Very strong catch here on live.
But she lives and practices what she preaches. I so love that woman, and I love the energy she brings on stage every single time. I could go on. Now you got me name dropping, and so we
want to make sure we know that this is not a slight to anyone not
it
named.
It is absolutely
it's
not.
Strictly big
All
ups
the
to
artists
those who
are amazing.
I'm
looking forward to seeing Monrovia, who I've started to listen to and really get into his music. Sierra Farrell nailed it just last year for our 40th anniversary show in Minneapolis with a duet with Lucas Nelson, Mr. Willie's son. And I was just so moved by her voice. And so I'm really, really looking forward to seeing her with a full set. So you can't go wrong. You come to the show and you'll come to see artists you're familiar with, but you'll get hip to so many new artists. And we also have a farmyard stage where artists are in conversation with farmers and food and farm organizers. So we got to see Jesse Wells, not just on the main stage, but also in conversation talking about the impact of climate change on farmers, and so they know what's up, so that's why they're a part of the show.
Yeah, that's great. They feel the initiative as much as you guys do, which I think is awesome. Dave Matthews Band, founded in Charlottesville, Virginia, UVA territory, right up the road. So from Johannesburg, South Africa, but very much has local ties here in the Commonwealth. I'm wondering, in terms of the vibe, can you describe for people who are wondering what it's going to be like, what it's going to feel like to be there at Farm Aid? What is the vibe of a Farm Aid festival?
Well, I'll say like my grandma used to say, come early and stay late, because it's an all-day affair.
Oh.
We kick it off with our press event, which folks can watch on our YouTube page or any other place that it'll be streaming live. But then we go directly into the festival day. And it's high energy, one act after another. They'll see farmers and farm stories on the screen, which is super important. So that thread of family farmers is evident throughout. You don't lose the reason, the purpose, the underlying purpose of why we're all come together. So one musical set after another, and it just kind of stays steady and gets better each time, and people can eat good all day long. Shout out to Patchwork Farms. You can get that delicious pork chop sandwich that people come back for every single year.
Y'all brought some of those for us, right?
Yeah, right backstage. But yeah, it's the energy, and it almost feels like a family reunion of sorts. So yeah, come along and stay late. It's really gonna be an amazing time. You'll meet new folks from all over the country. So even though we're landing in Virginia Beach, people come from all over. It's like like I said, a family reunion where people come back to every single year.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I know we went over some of this at the beginning. I want to do a little bit more housekeeping.
Okay.
Tickets go on sale Friday, June 12th at 10 a.m.
Right on.
Available for purchase www.farmaid.org/2026. And at the amphitheater itself,
Yeah.
right? And the amphitheater open Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can just walk up and purchase a ticket.
That's my understanding. I love that old school feel of just being able to walk up and just get a physical ticket. So yeah,
Right.
So wherever you get tickets, please do. And it just remember that it goes towards a good cause. It goes to organizations that support family farmers who grow our food every single day. Farmers who are not just struggling, but are thriving in some ways, beyond really, really tough odds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really encourage folks to join us.
Awesome. This is fantastic. The concert itself, September 26th,
September
Virginia
26th.
Beach Amphitheater. And again, Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Neil Young, Dave Matthews, Margot Price. It is a packed lineup here. And it's all just the one day, right?
One day.
All
we get
those
it in.
artists in one day. Come
Yeah.
early, stay late.
One day.
Charlotte, we really appreciate
Thank
you
y'all
coming
so
and
much
hanging
for
out
having
with us. And maybe we'll get to talk to you again as the concert
Well, I
approaches.
hope to see y'all there. Yeah.
And we certainly hope to see you there as well. Yeah,
Right on.
that doesn't sound like one that we want to miss.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking about the pork chop sandwich.
Got you.
Yeah, I want to be
It's
thinking
on
about
me.
that for the next
First
few
round,
months.
first round of pork chop sandwiches is on me.
Very nice. Okay, just see, Charlotte, you just know how to, you're speaking our language here. Again, Shorlette Ammons, the co-executive director of Farm Aid,
Thank you.
joining us here in studio. And again, this is right here in Virginia Beach, and it's not just an opportunity to see great artists, it's an opportunity to support our local farmers and local farmers all throughout the country. And as we know, it's been a decades-long struggle as problem after problem confronts farmers, and they fight through it. And a lot of the food you see on your table from local sources is often from them as they're fighting that fight. So make sure you go and get those tickets, farmaid.org/2026, or at the amphitheater, Friday, June 12th. They go on sale at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Okay.